Hello everyone, I am Dr. Prahlad Kadambe and this video is to supplement my poster titled The Clinical Profile of Scrub Typhus Post-COVID-19 Pandemic and Post the Lockdown Era here in Tamil Nadu. The co-authors of this poster are my colleague Dr. Sushant and Dr. Suresh, my professor of pediatrics. Scrub typhus is endemic in our area of practice with an incidence of around 19 to 32% depending on the various sources of literature and government data. It's caused by Oriental Susuga Mushi and is spread by mites. And as we all know, scrub typhus typically presents with an eschar and is a part of the rickettsial disease spectrum. Scrub typhus had a high incidence pre-pandemic and was one of the common causes of a febrile illness what was presenting to our hospital. But not just in our setup, but all over the world. The way we approach a child with fever has changed because of the coronavirus pandemic. Fever is the most common cause with which a parent brings a child to the hospital, and thus as pediatricians it's important to diagnose the cause and etiology of fever to give adequate treatment early. The aim of our study was to study the clinical profile of scrub typhus in our area of practice. And because the study was conducted post the lockdown era, we defined the study period as 3 months between October to December 2020. Because by September, the lockdown restrictions were more or less eased out and life was returning to as close to the pre-pandemic normal as possible. As per our institutional protocol, we send a scrub typhus IgM for all the children who have a fever of more than 5 days duration, in addition to any child who presents with a typical eschar. And as per government regulations, we continue to send a coronavirus RT-PCR test for any child who presents to our hospital with a complaint of fever. A total of 138 children were included in our study, out of which we have to exclude 4 children because they tested both coronavirus positive by RT-PCR as well as scrub typhus positive by IgM. Out of the balance 134 children, if we do a detailed assessment, 132 of them came to the hospital with a predominant complaint of fever. 56 of them came with a complaint of headache. 44 of them came with complaint of myalgia and 67 of them came with a complaint of cough. Now, based on experience and based on our own hospital data, scrub typhus presenting with cough is something new and it was not seen in the prior waves and in the prior case sheets, even if we do take an audit of our own setup. Now, as far as the treatment for these children were concerned, we treated all these children as per the Indian Academy of Pediatrics guidelines, and the first line therapy for these children was doxycycline. Doxycycline is in the news because it is widely used as experimental therapy for coronavirus. And 127 of these children responded to doxycycline with the typical description as given in our Nelson textbook of dramatic response of doxycycline within 48 hours. 3 children required an extra 24 hours, that is 72 hours of therapy with doxycycline for symptoms to subside. And only 4 children required the use of a second line agent azithromycin in order for symptomatic relief. If you ask what is the lesson learned from conducting our study, as far as our setup is concerned, nothing much has changed. Coronavirus does remain a new etiology for a child presenting to our hospital with fever. But in the process, we should not forget what is endemic in our own area in the form of scrub typhus. Though there were other differentials of dengue, malaria, enteric fever, and other causes of ordinary viral fevers in children, scrub typhus does remain an important differential diagnosis in our area of practice. What is rather important to note is, it was not even considered as a differential diagnosis from those private practitioners who were referring these cases to us. Because ours being a tertiary care center, we receive cases from in and around local areas. Now these could have been picked up early, therapy could have been started earlier. But a newfound delay was observed because many of these private practitioners considered coronavirus as their first differential, and they're not wrong to do so. Because in a pandemic, when the world is fighting one particular disease, we must consider it as a differential. But in the process of considering coronavirus, we should not lose focus on what is already endemic and what is our established protocol. At the time of recording this video, restrictions are easing out all over the world. And the world is doing well in the fight against coronavirus with an increased number of vaccinations. And more so in the West than, of course, here in India, where we are battling a difficult second wave. Restrictions are easing out with a good proportion of the population being vaccinated. Life is returning to the pre-pandemic normal. In a matter of time, we can anticipate coronavirus to possibly become more seasonal, less severe, and will definitely not dominate our healthcare setup the way it is doing at present. So eventually we will return to our pre-pandemic normal, or at least to a new normal. While doing so, we should consider whatever are differentials in our area and continue the fight against endemic disease, particularly here in India. Tuberculosis also in that fight as well. So coming back to topic, as far as scrub typhus is concerned, scrub typhus remains a key disease locally here for us, and its presentation we can say to an extent has varied slightly because a newfound presentation of cough is also there, which was not documented previously. In the hope that we stay strong and united in this fight against the coronavirus pandemic, I thank you all for listening to this video, and I'm happy to take any queries on the subject if any. Thank you.